makes you fall in love with a city? Is it the people, its history, its culture, or something else? I fell in love with New York City because it's a melting point of diverse people and the unique stories they share from generations that made the city as we know it today. In this Part 1 video, I will share my experience and stories of Brooklyn Bridge and Central Park. So if you're interested, then please keep watching. After grabbing a quick breakfast, my husband and I started the day at Dumbo near Manhattan Bridge. Dumbo is just an acronym for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. As I walked on the cobblestone streets of Dumbo, it looked like a postcard with its 19th century buildings, many of which are still embedded with the long abandoned railroad. There is quite a bit going on under the Manhattan Bridge overpass. The Dumbo Archway is a known plaza for its street fairs, live music, art exhibitions, and even film shoots. The Dumbo provides a great vantage point to view the Manhattan Bridge and the famous Brooklyn Bridge. Although the Manhattan Bridge is not that popularly known, but it shares a great history. The bridge was built in 1909 that crossed the East River in New York City, connecting Lower Manhattan at Canal Street with downtown Brooklyn. Whereas the famous Brooklyn Bridge was built in 1883, connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Bridge was also the first steel wire suspension bridge in the world. Did you know that the Brooklyn Bridge was called the Great East River Bridge or Great East River Suspension Bridge, which was later renamed as Brooklyn Bridge in 1915? Our next stop was Central Park. I had known Central Park only from the movies that I had watched, and it was the first time I had gone there. Central Park was first opened in 1858 as the country's first major landscaped public park. But when the park was opened, it was known as the Park of the Wealthy, as it was too far from downtown and too expensive to travel far uptown. During the 1860s, the park remained the playground of the wealthy, and the afternoons saw the park's paths crowded with the luxurious carriages that were the status symbol of the day. Apparently, there was a village in the park known as the Seneca Village, which was a community of predominantly African Americans and immigrants of Irish and German descent. Did you know that in 2011, archaeologists from Columbia University and the City University of New York uncovered artifacts such as iron tea kettle, stoneware beer bottle, and fragments of Chinese export porcelain that gave a peek view of the life in the village? Well, that's all in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the last part of my New York trip, where I will share my experience and stories about the New York subway and the scintillating Times Square. See you soon.